Hiya, my name's Lee and I'm going to show you today how to overcome some alignment issues with regards to the aluminium range of scooters. They're all the same across the aluminium range, and it comes down to this clamp, this bottom clamp as we call it, this here. And as you can see with this here, the wheel is straight with regards to the deck, but the handlebars are on the squiff. Yeah, so it's just out of alignment. So we can turn the handlebars independently of the wheel. It's a pretty simple process to overcome. It's this bottom clamp here. So firstly, we need to line it up. So if we start with the wheel, we get the wheel lined up in a nice straight line, in line with the deck here, and then we're going to line up the handlebars. And as you can see, this clamp, there's a little slot that goes in the tube right at the bottom of the tube. And that is where we close the clamp round. So the slot in the tube should sit right in the middle of this gap of the clamp, and that in line with the straight centre line of the scooter, and that will tell us that this tube is in the centre line position. So that looks pretty good to me from that point onwards. As you can see, at the moment it's loose and we can move it around, so what we're going to do is get it in on the centre line. And there's a real knack to making sure that we get these clamps tight and square. So what we do is we'll start with the top one, and we'll just give it a little turn, and we'll give the bottom one a little turn, and then the top one a little turn, bottom one, and so on. And what this does is this closes this gap that we've got here. It closes it uniformly, so we've got the same amount of pressure across the gap in the tube, and that puts the pressure on the stem inside and holds it all in place. If you do the top one and or the bottom one really tight to start with, what happens is it's offset, and that prevents the other one being done up tight, and that's when we have issues with regards to how loose they are. And what I'm going to do now, just so I can get some more pressure on it, and lay it down, put some pressure on the bolt itself, keep it nice and square. These are 5mm Allen keys. Again, top, bottom, top, bottom. There we go. And I'm quite happy that they're tight enough. Now we can see now is that the gap is on the centre line, the wheel's nice and straight, the handlebars are nice and straight, and we haven't got that issue with it being out of line or loose.